Hello, this is Reed with OWEB. Today we're going to go over some tips and tricks of the online application system that will hopefully simplify the process of submitting OWEB applications. The goal of this video is to provide some basic tips that can significantly help with the OWEB application process. The first piece we're going to cover is getting started with the system. To log into the online application, use the OGNIS username and password provided to your organization. If you do not have a username or password, or simply can't remember this information, contact Leilani Sullivan. Her information is located on the screen. Multiple users can be logged in at the same time within the same organization using the same username and password. However, by doing this, you run the risk of one user saving over another user's information. Avoid opening multiple applications in different tabs within the same internet browser. The system will only recognize one application open at a time. Here's an example of what not to do. As you can see, I have two tabs open within the same internet browser. Within the first tab, I will enter into one of my applications, Restoration Test. With the other tab, I will enter into a different application, Summer Restoration. Now, if I were to work within both of these applications, the system would only recognize one. This could potentially be very confusing. Next, we're going to go over a couple of tools that will help guide you through the entire application process. The first of these tools being templates. Microsoft Word templates are provided for most application types. These are great for collaborating with others offline, as well as seeing the layout of all available questions. Templates can be accessed by going into one of your applications. For example, if I were to go into Restoration Test, I would see the restoration template located on the application homepage. The second guiding tool is the guidance document. The guidance document can be located within this guidance drop-down in the top navigation bar. This document will help guide you through application content. If you are not finding guidance or templates related to the application type you're applying for, contact your OWEB project manager. Next, we will go over how to navigate the system. There are multiple ways to navigate through the online application, including the top navigation bar, the side navigation bar on the left side, and buttons located at the bottom of the screen. Now I'll go over how to save information. When saving information, you must save answers to each question individually. You will know an answer is saved because the Save button will turn from blue to green. As you can see, these top two questions in the problem statement have not been answered, and we know that because their buttons are blue. If we were to answer this question with Test and Save Changes, the button changes to green, so now we know it has been answered. Before we dive deeper into functionality, let's talk about timeout. The system timeout is set to 2 hours, and if this occurs, you will be kicked out of the system and have to log back in. You can save answers as many times as necessary, so in answering longer narrative questions, save often. Next, let's talk about tables. Tables are located throughout the application system and are another way to enter information. To get started with a table, you want to click the blue button. From there, you can enter information and save changes. Once an item is saved, you can edit that item, copy that item, and remove. You'll also see arrows located on the left side. You can use these arrows to reorder items within a table. Another piece of functionality is a repeater. Repeaters give you the opportunity to answer multiple sets of the same questions. For example, you can use a repeater to include multiple objectives and list specific activities for each of those objectives. As you can see, I have two objectives filled out. Objective 1 and Objective 2. If I want to create a third objective, I would use the plus signs located on the right side. It doesn't matter which one of these plus signs I press, they all do the same thing. Now I have created a third objective that I need to answer. I could also remove items from a repeater by clicking the X. And I can also reorder the items using the arrows on the left side. Another great tool is Verify. Verify is used to flag everything that is missing from your application. It can be used as a checklist or to determine where you left off within an application. Verify can be accessed by clicking the Verify Submit button in the top navigation bar. Once on the Verify page, you will see a list of items that are missing from your application. By clicking a link on the Verify page, you can navigate to a specific unanswered question and fill it out. As you can see here, the question that needs to be answered is listed in big red letters. Once we answered this question, we can click the Verify Submit button again, and that question we just answered no longer shows up. Once everything on the list has been answered, you can submit your application. You can use Verify at any time during the application process, so use it often. The last piece we'll go over is cloning. Once an application is submitted, you will have the option to clone this application. This is ideal for resubmissions as well as saving templates for future applications. You can clone by clicking the Clone button next to a submitted application on the home page. As you can see here, I cloned the TA Test Summer, and a cloned version now appears under Unfinished Applications. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you feel more confident in filling out an online application. If you have content-related questions, contact your project manager. If you have technical difficulties, contact Cyrus or Reed. And remember, you can always use the feedback button.